Monday. I'm a little late this morning. Nasally, as you can tell. I know, someone else is too. Oh well. But I've been fighting mine now for a week, but mine's getting worse. 8:03. It's 72 degrees. This is July 14th, I believe. And I'm on my way to work, as usual, in the truck. I'm trying to see if that's going to shake much today. I tried to tighten it up as best I could. I didn't ask Dave to do it. Okay. Trying to clear my throat just a little bit. I've had a sinus headache all weekend. Now this morning my coffee seemed to help, but yesterday it wasn't helping. And you know, I did do some work, clean some stuff, so that could have stirred up more dust. You know, I don't dust a lot. You know, I'm bad. So I could have stirred up something with this. I could also be oxalate dumping. And that's exactly what could be happening to Tim. You know, he says it's not the diet, but if he's really following it, he should be having those type of symptoms, I would think. Anyway, I'm not going to get onto that. You know, I put up that short. That wasn't the one that the other one was actually, I think, worse that I was going to put up. But they're probably about the same. And I wouldn't have put it up public had he not done that Social Security video. I am just over him. I mean, this is what's making me angrier and angrier about him, if y'all want to know. And other people that, you know, don't understand why I'm obsessed or go after him, is I am tired of him putting people down who choose, and that's right, who choose to not take their Social Security until they're at full retirement age or until they're 70. He is constantly putting people down who choose to do that, like me. Sure, I could go ahead and take it, but I don't want to. I don't want to be put in a, you know, I'm not going to say I'd be put up in that class that's got to pay a little bit of taxes, but why would I want to take it now when I'm still working and I don't want to quit my job? I mean, I don't feel there is any, you know, he talks about get a side hustle. There is nothing out there that would pay me what I make now and the job be as, you know, as easy. I mean, I'm going to say that. I mean, my job is pretty easy when you start comparing it to especially part-time jobs that's available out there, you know, or ones that you'd have to work at night. And I don't want to work at night. I'm not jealous of Tim. I mean, he's the one that's out here. I don't know why anybody would be jealous of him, to be honest. And I mean, I know that's always the comeback they want to say, but why would anybody be jealous of him? All right, I'm moving on. I just don't have nothing to say that, you know, I guess, like I say, I'm just tired of the, you know, people say I'm obsessed, and, you know, you're obsessed with, if I'm obsessed, then you're obsessed with saying I'm obsessed. And I do appreciate every one of you for watching me. And I know I don't say that enough. And, you know, I was watching Tampa Jay this weekend, and, you know, I have come to really like him. Now, I admit, at first, I kind of thought he was kind of cheesy. And I'm not going to say he's not cheesy, but I think he's good cheesy in a way. I mean, I enjoyed that video of him being at Disney, you know, at that park for the last time. I mean, that's, to me, that's stuff that, you know, he grew up with it. I get it, why it's sentimental to him. You know, it's just like with us down here at the racetrack. When it closed, it was very sentimental to us. And so I get it. And also he goes, I mean, he gives you content. it's not like Tim. I mean, like this weekend, he went to that festival or pop show, whatever it is, there at the Knoxville Convention Center. And I mean, I know he's probably making pretty good money. He has to be. I mean, he walked around there. He filmed. He showed the people that were there. Helen Hunt was there. I would love to have met Helen Hunt because of Twister. And I mean, that's why they were there. They wanted to meet her. And, you know, they paid a lot of money to meet her and get a picture taken. I don't know that I could have done that, but if I'm making what I feel he's making, and I don't think he's getting rich, but I mean, he's obviously doing pretty well. And, you know, maybe she makes really good money. I don't know. But I mean, the fact is, he never brings up money on his videos. And I know I bring it up too much, but he never complains. Even when he was talking about the closing, it wasn't in a really, you know, he always said that he understood what was going on, but he didn't have to like it. And then he just, you know, he wasn't this constant whining. And you know, I mean, I watched a lot of his videos this weekend, or I had them playing in the background. I'm not gonna say I sit there and watched them, but I had them playing in the background when I was doing some cleaning and, you know, getting some clothes together to go to Goodwill. And, you know, I looked at more stuff about, you know, going to Gatlinburg. And I mean, we're getting close. We're getting close to being there if something don't happen with the weather. There's a possible storm brewing down there in the Gulf. I know that I posted about it yesterday. It made nothing, you know, there's going to be rain. I mean, whether it gets to a tropical storm or not, we don't know. No one knows at this time. They can predict that it probably will. Low end, maybe, just like Chantel was. This will be Dexter, I believe. I mean, it's going to bring rain. It's going to bring flooding. And, you know, right now, that's the problem we've got in this country, is flooding. I understand Winston-Salem, which is only 50 miles east of me, had flooding, and evidently they had a storm. I mean, I didn't know until the next day they even had a storm. I mean, we had some thunder and lightning, a little bit of rain, but nothing major. And I understand they had power outages. Trees were down everywhere. Sorry. So, I sound like I'm complaining. But I'm going to go before y'all get tired of hearing me clear my throat and stuff. But that's the main reason I posted that short that I did on him with his teeth showing. And, you know, another thing is, he could have fixed those teeth. It's not like, you know, he talked about he made good money with his coupon business. Well, why didn't he work a little harder or a little longer hours and get the money to fix those teeth? He could have done it. And I know to some people, teeth are not important. But, you know, just like with my Dave, he could care less about his teeth. And, you know, I don't get on to him about them, but I'm like, you would feel so much better if you did something. And money's not the issue. He just don't want to do it. But anyway, it's, you know, that doesn't make me love him any less. You know, I fell in love with the man, not his teeth. But I just know that there's certain things that I just feel like he would feel better about himself. And overall, you know, Tim complains about chewing. I think he probably went to the cheapest dentist there is out there and done the basic stuff. Now, I don't know that for sure, but I just feel like he probably got a cheap set of crowns, and that's why he's having a hard time chewing. But then again, if you cut your food up in little tiny pieces, you shouldn't have a hard time chewing. I had a steak yesterday. And I mean, no, it wasn't my best steak that I've ever had in my life. It was slightly chewy, but I just cut it up finer. I cut it up in little tiny pieces, and I had no trouble with it. All right, my tone's getting a little out of it. What else? Oh, I'm wearing a new foundation today. I can already tell you, I'm not a fan of it. It's the TirTir, supposedly blurring, you know, supposed to make you look like you're got a filter over your face. I mean, I felt like I kept piling it on, and it's just not. I think the original one they have is better, but then again, I don't like the other one. I feel like probably has petrolatum, Vaseline in it, the formula. This one I don't, but I'd much rather use my Dior, even though my Dior is much more expensive. But if I'm going with cream foundation, I'd rather have the Dior. I'll just pay the difference. Now, I am on that first stick of Dior, I am just now to the bottom of it. Now, of course, I haven't been using it every day, but even if I did, I still think that would last you 6 months if that was all you were using. Is it ever going to be all I'm going to use? Probably not, because I just love foundations. I love testing them. But I'll bring it tomorrow and let you know how it wears today, but I just don't think I like it. It wasn't erasing my redness. You know, I just felt like that once it sat there for a minute, it just come right back out. So I'll let you know. I know it's hard to tell on this camera and where I'm at in the light and all that stuff, but I don't think I'm a fan. I'm probably not gonna recommend it, but I could change my mind because I've done that before. Maybe in the way I applied it with my beauty blender. Maybe tomorrow I'll apply it with the Stands Out sponge. And the reason I chose the beauty blender was I thought that I needed something wet with it. Maybe I don't. Maybe I need something dry. Now, it comes with their sponge, but I have never liked that, or whatever you want to call it. I think I don't know. I just don't like it. Never have. So I'm going to go. Got to go to work. I hope y'all have a great day. I appreciate, again, all your support, and that I hope that one day when I can get off this lazy butt of mine, that I can bring y'all great content. So talk to y'all later. Love you. Bye.